there is something that you need to know about BTS members. Ciao guys, welcome to Queenship, the perfect place for you if you love K-pop. My name is Barry, an Italian journalist living in Lisbon. I'm not a K-pop guru, I'm just a guy who enjoys this kind of music, and today I'm coming back for another video. But today it's not a video reaction of a music video, but it's a reaction of this book. Yes, because as I told you some weeks ago, I received this book, BTS Behind the Scene, as a gift from a special person, so I decided to read it and talk with you about all the chapters of this book. So in this video we'll talk together about the first chapter. So every week I will publish a new video about this book, and in this way I can know all the BTS members really better, because I'm beginning of my journey with them. But in this way, even those who haven't bought the book can find out the contents and learn more about the BTS members. But I suggest you to watch this video not only to the BTS army, but in particular everybody who loves K-pop. Because we have to be honest, BTS are the kings of the music in Korea. So if you love K-pop, I think that for personal culture, you need to know them. But don't waste another time, and let's talk about the first chapter of the book, because I want to tell you everything that it's right inside of it, and talk also about my impression about this. Oops, I forgot. If you want to see more contents about BTS members on this channel, don't forget to subscribe. You have only to click the button below. It's totally free, it's very important to me. Grazie. Now let's get the party started. Little disclaimers. The first, I'm really sorry for my face in this condition because I'm a little bit sick, but I promise you that I will publish this video, so I'm recording now. For sure, it's writing something about the guys that you already know, but there is something that you need to know about BTS members that I'm sure that you don't know. Let's start to talk about this book. The first thing that the book tells us is that J-Hope entered in the trainee dorm during the Christmas Eve. So when I read this fact on the book, my first thought was, oh my god, this starts to work, because trainings, be an idol, it's a work. It's not only passion. And I thought, oh my god, it starts to work on the Christmas Eve. Terrible. But after I realized that and say, oh my god, maybe that was the best Christmas gift ever, because he will become one of the most famous singers in the world. J-Hope wants to tell us a really interesting fact about the first day he came into the dorm. And I know that a lot of you, don't lie, wish had been in his place. Because the first thing that J-Hope saw when he entered in the trainee dorm was Suga in underwear. So this is the beginning of J-Hope to the training dorm. You enter in the training dorm and you find out Suga in underwear. This is a really nice detail that I'm sure that a lot of you didn't know it. But let's continue to talk about J-Hope, because I'm following the order of the book. Another interesting thing that the book say to us, that I didn't know it, I have to be honest, but in general, not only in particular about BTS. The moment that you start the training, it's not the same moment that you enjoy the dorm. They are two different things. And that's why J-Hope started the training 8 months before to enter in the dorm. And in this specific, he say in the book that he did like 8 months of outsearch training. I thought that when a person signs the contract with the agency and starts the training, he goes to the company in the door. But it's not like this, it not work like this. It's really interesting according to me. And also this one was the first time of J-Hope in Seoul. But in the beginning of this journey, it's really useful to remember a thing. That time, and we are talking about the big hit entertainment, okay? Not the hype. That company was a smaller one, not was one of the bigger agency of the measure. Not for this was a bad company, also because in that period they have with them the 2 AM. That was a really popular group. But there is a thing that in the book it's really specific and describe it better, because with the BTS it will start a revolution, because all the trainees that they had before was trainee of the co-label JYP. So people that had trained with the JYP company. So the BTS member, and I think also the glam, because in the book talks that the company in that period was focused about two groups, a boy group and a female group. Boy group, BTS, the female group was the glam. The glam debuted 1 year before of BTS, but their debut was not the best in the world, so it's with the BTS that will start the revolution. Also because for the first time the company have to work personally with the training. They have to think which lesson they have to, how to schedule their days as a trainee. So everything started with that. And it's, for me, it was a really interesting fact. One of the most interesting facts, according to me, in my opinion, was that RM, that guys, I always ask it to myself, but what does it mean, RM? And it's Rap Monster. Yes, maybe I could Google it. And in the beginning, it was one of the most famous trainee. It was really popular for all the guys that hearing hip hop in South Korea in that period, because the company upload the videos when he raps. So a lot of guys, a lot of people, younger people that following that kind of music, hip-hop rap, knows exactly who was Rap Master. That's a really interesting thing. Also not because RM was one of the popular, but also because without him, probably Jung Kook will not join the company, because one of the things that made Jung Kook decide to enjoy the big hit entertainment was RM, because he saw his video and said, oh my god, it's so cool. Yes, I want to do the same things that this guy do. So his presence in the company and online was really important also for the future of the old BTS as we know them. Because maybe without him, Jungkook will decide have chosen another company. We don't know this. But let's continue, because it's also really interesting, because now in my eyes, okay, when I saw the BTS members, for me they are so confident. They know what they do, they know how to do it, and they are really confident about their talent, because they are so talented. But that time they was not so confident, everybody of them. But let's start with RM in this case, because in the beginning he made the audition not for the Big Hit Entertainment, but for another agency. But his second audition wasn't so good, because he messed up with the word of the song. But this was also a big thing for him, because during the audition party, a friend of the rapper Sleepy noticed him and say, hey, I'm a friend of the rapper Sleepy and he is so interested to you. Can you give me your phone number? RM was totally shocked and accepted the offer. And this way he entered to the company. The rest is history. At this point, the book tells us a really interesting detail, because it gives us the order of which member entered before in the company and which member entered before in the training dorms. There are two different orders. Let's start with the order of who signed before with the company. In this case, Ciao was the first. As second is RM. After we have Suga, Jin, Jungkook, V, and the last one was Jimin. The order of the training dorm was RM, Suga, Ciao, Jungkook, Jimin, and the last one was Jin. Now I have a doubt. It's Suga or Suga? Because I always said Suga has sugar. Please let me know below in the comment the right pronunciation of his name. I'm really terrible with this. But let's continue. Now think about this order. And I think that maybe the most important order was not the one of who signed it before with the agency, but who entered in the dorm training. Because the first one, as I said before, was RM. And also is the first member as a trainee who joined the BTS. During the training period, everybody knows that RM will be in the BTS in that period. So maybe, according to me, they notice he was the first member to join the dorm. So maybe in this way, all the members of the company could see him better in compared to the other ones. So maybe in this way, they decided to make him enjoy the group as first member. But also because he was really talented, and also we have to think that J-Hope will sign a company as a dancer, because in the beginning he was a dancer. After with Suga, and RM he starts to rap. because in the beginning he was with this group of dancer that was Neura. Also the title of his latest single that I reacted. So if you want to see it, enjoy. But I already knew this info because you already told me. So thank you. But let's continue. Because another fun fact about BTS formation was that for J-Hope, their dorm period, it's in 2 seasons. The first season and the second season. The first one was when in the dorm were he, Arian and Suga. After, for him, the second season starts when Jungkook enter in dorm, because everything will change at that point, because for sure the company was thinking about BTS as a hip-hop rap group, okay? But when Jungkook enter into the dorm, the things start to change. But let's continue. The company in that period decided to make 2 groups. The first one, that includes R.A.M., J-Hope and Suga, was the boys that have high probability to enter in the final line. The second group, the ones that the company was not so sure about them. And we know how it's going on. And the first group wins in these 2 groups. But let's talk again about Jungkook. Jungkook was really popular at the time with the companies, not with the audience maybe, because he enjoyed this survival show Superstar K3 by Mnet. So a lot of companies want him, and he decided, as I said before, to enjoy the big hit entertainment because of R.A.M. But also his father suggested him to choose this company. But at the moment it was not the only choice that Jungkook had to do, because in that period he was really good not only to the heart but also to the sports. So he had to choose his career, in which way he had to start his journey. Focus his life on sports, on hearts. I will not tell you the answer because you already know. Jungkook was the first trainee that wasn't a rapper or hip-hop addicted in that time. After him we have V. Okay, the journey of V as BTS, I think it's the most particular, because V in the beginning, when he was really younger, started to play the saxophone, and after he decided to take dance classes. He started to study dance before to enjoy the company, like for 6 months, really short period. And when the talent scout went to his school, the talent scout asked to see boys that start to dance like 2-3 years before. So he wasn't in the group of the guys that made the audition, but one of them noticed him and asked to watch him dance. We started to dance, and the talent scout was so impressed by him and decided to choose him and not the others. Really unexpected for him, because it wasn't in his plan in that period. Also because he's the one that made the shortest period of training, and he didn't think that he's going to debut with the BTS members. So he continued with his life as teenager, and when the company saying, hey, you have to focus on the training because you are one of the BTS, he was completely shocked, because his period of training was so short, and usually it's like years.